Yeah, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Orlando, aka King Smitty. Welcome back to my trading channel. And today I have a banger for you, right? And this is a stock that I think is very slept on. I don't really see too many people talking about it. And I think there is real potential for some serious growth in this stock. It has been running as of recently, but I do think there's some more room for it to run, right? So before we get started, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. I really appreciate y'all. And in the comments, drop down the stock that you think is a slept on stock, right? But this stock I want to talk about today is ticker symbol SLM. That is the Sallie Mae Corporation, right? And the reason I say Sallie Mae Corporation, first of all, is because Sallie Mae Corporation, they make money by creating, servicing, and collecting private student loans, right? As well as they have other financial products and services. So, as you know, Biden lost the election. Trump is the president or the future president. One of Biden's main things were student loan forgiveness. In December, he abandoned the student loan forgiveness. They were fighting him the entire way. So it's out the window. Boom. We're not doing it anymore. Right? And just to give you a quick recap, the student loan forgiveness was a plan to cancel the loans. And under that plan, millions of Americans with federal student loans were set to receive forgiveness. Your loans forgiven. You don't have to pay it back. Offering relief to those that were struggling with their debt. However, recent legal challenges, like I said, they were fighting them the whole way through, and policies have put that plan into jeopardy. So that's why he canceled it. So what happens next now that the plan has been canceled? Right? There's a few things. A reduction in financing demand. So since the forgiveness is no longer happening or set to happen, many borrowers may have to consider refinancing their loans now with private lenders, right? Because the student loan forgiveness was for federal loans. Sallie Mae, those loans weren't getting forgiven. That's a private lender. So those loans wasn't going to be forgiven. But now that the forgiveness is out the window, a lot of people may have to refinance those loans to get a lower interest rate and to make it more affordable for them to pay these loans back. And Sallie Mae is an option that a lot of people go that route, right? Um, Another thing is increased default risk. So, with no forgiveness, many borrowers may struggle even more to pay off those loans, like I was just saying, which would lead to higher default rates on not paying their loans, right? This could directly affect Sallie Mae's bottom line as it faces more risk in collections and servicing. Another thing is a boost to the private loans demand. On the flip side, fewer people relying on federal loans might push them towards that private loan sector, increasing demand for Sallie Mae's services. While the primary effect is on Sallie Mae, we cannot ignore the lenders may see more demand for their services for their loans, but it also may see a little competition from places such as SoFi, which does like student loans, and people may want to refinance with companies as SoFi per se. Um, and then with this, borrowers may then start facing higher interest rates. They may come into more complex repayment plans or options. And as frustrations continue to grow, the government may actually increase regulations on private loans, making things a little bit more complicated for companies like Sallie Mae and maybe even SoFi. Um, So, as investors, us, me, you, of course, this isn't financial advice. You have to do your own research on every stock. Um, you might be wondering, well, how will this affect ticker symbol SLM, the Sallie Mae stock? In the short term, you could see a little volatility, which I'm going to show the stock in a little bit. Cause I want you to see how it has happened over time. Because the volatility in the short term has already happened. So at this point, we're kind of looking long term, but there is still room to grow on the short term, right? Long term though, there, like I said, there's opportunity for us to still get in. If so, let's look at this stock. Because first of all, I'm gonna pull it up over here. Boom! You see the stock is at $28.17, right? And I want you to notice something. Okay. The election happened November 4th, right? Or no, November 6th, I believe. I'm sorry. Since the election, SLM, Sallie Mae, the stock has went up 30%. That's 2 months. It's ran up. Biden, he abandoned student loan forgiveness. I want to say December 10th, maybe the 16th. And since then, the stock has run up 5%, right? Looking at this stock, you can see in the blue lines, the top one is the current resistance. And you see it's still on an uptrend by the lower bottom blue line. That's making an ascending triangle. So yes, the stock has run up since November 5th, the day before the election, to now 30% from roughly $20 or $21 to $28. But this ascending triangle means that it is a continuation pattern. So if the stock can open above that blue line, the top one, and close above it, it broke resistance and it has room to run on the upside on the short term, right? So if you were to buy in, I would try to wait for it to pull back to that lower blue line. If we can, buy in there, let it go through the resistance, and put a stop loss in profit. So that way you're guaranteed profit. That's in the short term, right? In the long term, I would wait for a pullback. Me personally, I would try to wait for it to hit that first yellow line, roughly around $26, or wait for it to get closer to that 50 EMA, which is that red line that's going up. I will wait for it to get closer to there for my first entry, and I will start slowly nibbling, slowly filling out my position there. And if it falls below there, then I will look at $24.50, because that is the next line of the next yellow line. That's the next support line, right? And that's when I will load up a little bit more heavier, and I will put a stop loss around $23.50. So that way, I have my position initial. And if it drops a little bit lower, all right, it's a little bit cheaper, a little bit bigger of a discount. Let me add more onto it. And then if it happens to drop below there, then I get out. I take my small loss, I get out, I have money to play on another play, or then I have to reevaluate this stock, and then maybe jump in at around $20, right? So that's a stock I think that has room to grow both on the short term as a trade and as a long term in investment, since Donald Trump has not said anything about canceling or forgiving student loans. I feel like a lot of people are going to need to refinance, and a lot of people are going to look for ways to stay above water, especially with you have other countries talking about they're going to have to raise the price on normal goods because of the tariffs Donald Trump is implementing on them. So with prices going up on everything, and then now they have to pay these student loans back, which were paused previously, they're going to look for a way to kind of lower that student loan bill, that monthly payment, so that way they can stay above water. So them refinancing might be a way for them to do that. And if they refinance, Sallie Mae would benefit from that. So that's what I have. That's a sleeper stock. I don't really see too many people talking about Sallie Mae like that. If you found this video helpful at all, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. I really appreciate y'all. That like and subscribe will help the algorithms get this video out to more people. It'll also help you stay updated on investing and personal finances from me and my perspective. So let me know in the comments what you think about Biden canceling the student loan forgiveness and how that affects SLM, Sallie Mae, right? So leave those comments below. I really appreciate y'all. Yeah.